Hey folks, on target training up here today in New Hampshire. I know it's been a long time since I've done a video. Been extremely busy with teaching and finally got a day where I said, you know what, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna make a video of my new favorite pistol. Folks, this is the M&P 2.0, the 5-inch version. And this gun is a significant improvement over the standard M&P in my opinion. As many of you know, I've shot M&P pistols for the better part of 7 years. They just fit my hands, they're extremely durable, I really like them. One of the gripes I had, and I think other people did who were used to shooting Glocks, was the overall lack of a tactile reset on the trigger. Well, thanks to my friend Greg Gruder and the engineers up at Smith Wesson, they totally redesigned the pistols really with feedback from customers. So what they did was they fixed the lack of a tactile and audible reset, right? The audible reset doesn't really matter, right? But from a tactile standpoint, you hear that nice click and you feel that nice click? Fantastic. The other thing they've done with this gun is they've increased the rails and the length of the rails, beefed them up a little bit on the inside of the frame. And what that means is the slide itself has more surface area to work through the rails on. That to me has improved the accuracy, or at least subjectively, because I feel that I'm much more accurate with this gun than I am with my older 5-inch Pro. One of the things they did, at least for now on this gun, is they have an external safety. I'm not a big fan of that on a striker-fired gun. It's just not the platform that I want. It's fine, I can use it. To me, it's redundant. My safety is this, and I am not carrying outside the waistband exposed. So again, I'm not quite sure, nor do I have children around. And for me, when I had kids, young kids in a family, my guns were locked up. So the idea of the external safety is just one more thing for me to have to deal with. And I deal with it fine, but eventually I will remove the external safety and get the plugs and fix that. The other thing some people didn't like was the fact that on older versions you could auto forward the slide by getting the right angle and bumping essentially the slide stop out of the way. They've fixed that, and for me that's a downside because with my other M&Ps I got 100% cycle rate in terms of closing a slide with that bump, and I just got used to it. Now some people didn't like it, that's fine. You know, so now what am I doing? I'm just using the slides, the power stroke versus the slide stop itself, just because it's easier for me and it's more reliable. One other thing with this gun is with the safety engage, you can work the slide, unlike 1911. So again, some nice features of the gun. Also the Cerakote, it's been holding up fairly well. I probably put 2,000 rounds through the pistol, shot it a lot this weekend in a couple of classes I was teaching. The gun right now is quite dirty, so with regards to any accuracy test that you see here, you'd probably get better results if I had totally cleaned and scrubbed the gun. All I did today was put a little more lube on it. We're just going to go out and shoot it and give you guys a chance to see it. I have swapped out the sights from the 3-dot sights that came with it. So M&P has those 3-dot white setup. That works for some people. For my eyes, either tritium for night work or for a dedicated range gun, I'm using Frank Proctor's setup, which is a black rear and green fiber optic. These are Frank Proctor sights way of the gun. WTS, I don't remember which version, but I really like them. They work for my eyes very well. Very easy to come out, pick up that green fiber optic sight. You can obviously use red. Okay, enough of me talking. Let's start shooting the gun because quite frankly, that's what I want to do. Okay folks, we're 5 yards from our targets and I'm just going to work some up-look press drills. So what that means, I'm just going to draw, present, engage. I'm just going to shoot 1 or 2 rounds. Again, the purpose of this is just give you guys just a chance to see the gun in action. You can see 5 yards, not a big deal, but not hard at all to put shots, pretty much shot in shot with these sights. really soft shooting as a firearm. Polymer frame has something to do with it. Also, again, just for me, it just fits my hand so incredibly well. So we've got good upper chest hits, no problem whatsoever. So sometimes I will have that situation where the slide does not lock back, and that just has to do with where I'm riding my thumbs. That's me, that's not the gun. Certainly nothing that it would upset me or concern me about. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk back 5 yards, and we'll just use that same area that we've been shooting. Actually, I'll move the camera up, and we'll use the ocular cranial area of the head to be able to see where the shots are going here. Move that up a little bit. So at 10 yards away, you can see I'm able to keep that group, relatively tight. And really that's a fact that the gun itself is very, very accurate. The barrel design, those longer slide cuts in the frame that really allow that mate of the frame and the slide. Man, it really, really works. And again, you're seeing no problem with me working with safety. Not what I would prefer, but it's not a big deal. It's like running a 1911. As soon as the presentation starts, the safety comes off. Run away, get more ammo, which is what we're going to do right now. So out there about 25 yards we have a piece of steel. Really having no problem whatsoever. Again, with these sights, it's pretty easy. So we'll work our non-dominant hand, because I need to practice like some of us do. I'm sure you guys don't. I do. And the biggest problem here is I keep engaging the safety. So guys, as you can see, for whatever reason, well, several reasons, the ergonomics of the gun, the length of the slide, all those kinds of things, really are working for me. That trigger reset is fantastic. One thing I would say, out of fairness, this gun, the trigger has been cleaned up just a tad by my good friend Brad at BG Gunworks, bggunworks.com. BG Gunworks does all of my triggers, everything for me. He works for me as well as one of our instructors. He's an outstanding guy, and his work is phenomenal. So he took a decent out-of-the-box trigger and made some minor polishing, a little bit of changes in some of the angles, and now I've got that perfect trigger. It's nice and clean, nice and crisp, and very easy to get hits on target with. And for me, that's what I want. Well, guys, that is a look at the Smith & Wesson 2.0, a really fantastic pistol. Over the next couple weeks, I will do a comparison video looking at this gun compared to the M&P 5-inch Pro, the predecessor to the 2.0. We'll check that out, show it to you. But I'm really impressed with this pistol. It has been 100% as far as performance. Very, very reliable. I had some students shoot it yesterday, or 2 days ago in our class, and they all said, I want one, I'm buying one. So I think that you'll be as impressed as I am with this very, very fine pistol. Well guys, I certainly appreciate you watching, and I want to thank all of you for your support over the years, and I'm back to making videos again, so stay tuned for a lot more. Finally, and as always, stay safe.